So this is my 1.6 HDI Peugeot Partner 2007, roughly about 100,000 miles. So what I really get is that the light bulb, one of the light bulbs behind this instrument panel kind of cluster has burned out. So this is really a video how to replace that light bulb here. So I'll just switch off the light so you can see how it's burned out. So this is how it is. So if I switch off, so you have to look at that particular, it will be probably too dark, you have to look at that particular side, so completely dark. And then when I switch the lights off, the lights on, so there is a light there and a bit of on the second one, but the third one there is really nothing. So the third one there was nothing, only on the first two. So if you're really interested how to replace the light bulb behind that one, stay tuned. So to replace that bulb behind this panel, I need to remove the stereo. That's a bit difficult. I mean, it needs a special tool that goes two-prong kind of here and there. But I have this kind of Chinese hex key wrench kind of pocket. Well, a few of these. So I'll use two of these. But any kind of like these type of metal hooks kind of will work. So basically what you need to do is kind of plug these into these two holes. Well, one at a time, it's quite good enough. So you don't need to, only slightly, don't need to really push it too much. So that doesn't matter. So let me, when I pull it out, you'll see what I mean. So you only need very slightly to pull it, and then when this is inside, so you pull it towards that side, and this should come out. There you go, slightly. The stereo really slightly came out. So the same thing with the other side. And here you basically push it until you feel resistance, and then you move it towards that direction, and that should come out. There we go. So we can take this out, and actually stereo is out. There we go. So here is what I meant by this. So this is from the side. So here this slides in. So basically this goes inside and up to about here, and then you push it forward, and that will move inside. Basically that's what you need to do. Slide it to about there and kind of push it forward. And the same thing with that one. You slide it up until here, and you push it that direction. So next thing is to remove the cables from the stereo. So this one here is just a simple pull. That one stays there, and for these two, the two connectors there, well, what one needs to do is just to push that one to unclick, and this can be taken out. So it's basically, for example, kind of close to, there is a plastic here which I have broken, so I don't want to push it. You see it when I take it out. So push it that side, and then kind of lift. It's a bit fiddly, but eventually comes out. So what I'm saying, so this is the pin here, so you push it that side or down here, and basically lift it. So the same with the black one. So the whites are here, so the black one is here. So you basically push it, and then you can kind of lift it. So same thing, same mechanism here. There is kind of a pin, so you push it, and this unclicks. So this is really the stereo is out. So the next thing is to really remove this plastic trim that is holding this LCD. So I really have this plastic trim removal tool, so it's really useful for that purpose. So what you need to do is just put it in the gaps here and there, lift it only slightly. Then of course you have to have two, and lift it each side, and you should be able to lift. And then that's it. That really is kind of removed. It's got these metal kind of bits that hold it in place. This one, so then this one, that one, another one here, and quite a few. So two here, two there, and two to that side. So don't pay attention to this. I've put this kind of material to quiet and not to shake and to produce too much noise. Next thing is the two bolts down here that needs to be removed. This is a kind of a six-sided type thing. I don't know what kind of diameter design. I have this multi-tool type thing, so I've chosen it from that, so you can kind of undo it. So once these two are removed, so there are two more, which are kind of, so this is where the stereo was, so they're trying to, so one is actually here and one is there, so these two also need to be unscrewed. So really one piece of advice when you're removing these two bolts, hold them. One is already gone somewhere there. I have to see where exactly it has gone somewhere there. When I remove this, I'll have to kind of find it, but really try to hold it, not to slip down. So next thing is to remove this fascia. So these are the for the stereo, so I can kind of push them inside. So I have the tool for the trim removal, and you can start from anywhere. This just kind of lists like that, and I'll probably start from that side. Basically, push it in slightly in the gap, and kind of pry it open. From that side is kind of nearly open, and then from that side same thing. I'm really trying to show it on the camera, not to have a bit of shadows, but that's kind of nearly open. There we go. There we go. That's completely out. So basically, you have these metal. Let me show you the light on those. So these are two metal bits here, two metal there. These are kind of metal squeezy things. Taps here. Two more taps there. These metal squeezy things here, and a few clips. So basically these two metal again, another two metal there, and most on the side are really basically taps, and that's the actual fascia. So next thing is to remove this panel from here. So there are two plastic tabs on both sides that have to be pushed from top, and that kind of pops out a bit. And the two slots, one slot here and one slot there, so one can slightly press it open only slightly, yeah, like that. And then that should potentially come out fairly easy, but it's not entirely easy. I mean, if I hold it, there is kind of something stopping it in the middle. That's the so one thing to say, I've already put them on the maximum, so it's much easier when I'm putting it back together. So that one, the knob, because this is a knob that comes out all right, and that knob also comes out kind of all right, but it's a bit hard, and only the middle doesn't really. The middle is kind of stuck. Now only the middle. This is how this is shaped, and only the middle is really stuck. So I have to kind of try to free it without, of course, breaking it. Ah, there we go. It's started. Whew. Finally. So these are how these star-shaped things. That's the there's the back. Let me see if you can. Yeah, it's probably, well, it doesn't matter how it is. These are kind of screen printed, and the different bits. Okay, so next thing is to really see where the light bulbs are. So here is the 3 light bulbs. So this is the first light bulb here, second light bulb there, and the third light bulb here. So you cannot really take them out from that side. They have to be twisted and to cut. I'll show it later, and pull out from the outside. So now I'll show just to see which one are on, and just to see which one has burnt out. Okay, so here's the test. Let's see which of the 3 light bulb is gone, and I can see only one. It's actually working. That one and that one both are burnt out, so I need to really replace 2 rather than 1. I only thought that one has burned, but that one has burnt out as well. So this one is kind of shining. The only thing. So the problem with getting these bulbs out, so that's really the same bulb with the holder, is that this is really goes from the side and then gets twisted. So when you take it out, so it has a small socket. So when you take it out, one might lose it somewhere at the back. So I don't really want to lose it. So what I decided to do, I found a 9mm socket. It's just slightly bigger, but otherwise it's a perfect fit. So what I'll do, I'll cut a bit of duct tape and then put a loop around this one. So I already cut a small piece from the duct tape. So I'll put it around the bulb holder. Like that. So I have a small piece that can go kind of inside like that. Of course that's a bit too long, so I'll cut it with scissors to about here. So really cut it only slightly, tiny amount. It's a bit sticky on the sticky side. I'll take it out from this, put it in the socket with that side, and there we go. That should be actually quite good. Maybe I cut it even slightly more. Stick it inside. It's actually perfect. So now what I can do is, when the bulb is in there, so this I can actually put it inside, stick it like that, and then that's really hard, so I can actually pull it. It's actually pretty hard gripping, so that's what I'll do. I'll also, because it's a bit difficult, I also have a slight extension that I can actually so I can actually put and just rotate, because it will be easier. That's a bit slippery, so I can grip it there, and I'll stick it inside and then rotate that first bulb here. So here is the tool with the sticking thing. So I'll first try with that bulb, stick my hand inside there and rotate it and pull it out. So let's see how this goes. It's a bit on the tight side. Start to rotate. I can now pull it out. There we go. The tool kind of collapses inside the tape, but it still holds, so you can take it out and put a new one in. There we go. It kind of sticks inside and doesn't want to come out. It's basically just to grip it so you can take it out. So installing a new bulb, what I bought is really these Halfords 509 T, but they're kind of everywhere. They're 1.2 volts, 1.2 watts, but all the components are in the description of the video. So I've really done the same, put the bulb inside, so I'll stick it in and then I'll test if it actually this bulb works, if these two work, and then do the same procedure for the third one. Again, same thing, you have to put it inside. Although I can't quite see the camera, it's kind of in the way, but I'll try to do my best. I think that's in, and then turn it slightly around. There we go. That should be actually, and then I can pull it out. There we go, that's the tool. So the bulb is actually in there. So the one thing that this cannot be really removed, there is the cable that for the locking and closing, whether the air comes from outside or comes recirculated within the car, so you cannot really quite that easily remove that, so it has to be done with these two at the back. So let's see if actually that bulb actually works. So I replaced all three, no, only two, only that light bulb and that light bulb there. So let's see if this actually lights. So that works, and that works. So if I switch off the light, there we go, it actually work. And the next thing is really to put everything back together. Kind of the reverse order, the reverse procedure of this. If there is anything, I don't think there is anything that is quite requires any attention. Basically fit that and so on. So I've put it back together. So here is the final result. I'm trying to shine with a torch, so you'll be able to see it. See, here is the final result. All three really working. Replaced the light bulbs. So that's it. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Hopefully that was useful to someone, and let me know for any comments in the comment section. Hopefully that's useful. Thank you very much indeed for watching.